From the Open Voice Network, Voice Chats, we host conversations on tech, retail, commerce, and inclusion around voice.
I'm Oxana Gouliaeva, a consultant on voice based in Paris. And today we'll be chatting with Arjen, another European-based strategist from Amsterdam this time, Netherlands. He's founder of CustomerJourneyExpert.com, who created an original customer journey model. Arjen is a key author of the Intelligent Customer Interaction Report, a very extensive research that heralds the end of the mass marketing and the beginning of the individual age. Today, we'll discuss the customer journey, no more one size fits all, and how voice fits in. How different is the customer journey today compared to what we have known from 5 or 2 years ago?
We're on our way to the individual age, and that's what we've seen in marketing as well. The past decades were about mass marketing, reaching massive amounts of customers. And due to the technological developments, we've seen that customer interaction is becoming more and more individual. People are getting used to using Netflix, to using Spotify, have their feeds on Facebook being addressed to their interests and their behavior.
What do you think the main difference is? Is it the technical requirement? Is it this desire to be treated individually? Is it about channels? Is it about services? Is it about experience, maybe?
It is about, in the end, it's all about relevance for the individual customer. We expect services to be highly personalized. We expect to get the right suggestions for the next movie or next series to watch. So that's raising the bar for all companies to start individual dialogues to really be interested in the customer. It's no longer, I'm selling you this product. People are, and that's just recent research we saw, people think that retailers are only 17% thinks that retailers are interested in them after they made a purchase. That's recent Forrester research. So that's where the disappointment of customers starts, and that's where customer interaction has to become personalized and with a real understanding of customer needs and individual customer needs.
I also think it's sort of the end of a transactional mode of interaction and more about relationships like we create with customers.
Yes.
It sounds like that, and actually it's very, very much clear from your intelligent interaction report, and the AI and artificial intelligence plays a huge role in it. Voice technologies are part of the AI. How do you think they are complementary to what exists already, and how do they enhance these interactions between brands, retailers, and customers?
Yes, well, to have a conversation and to have 15 million parallel conversations with customers, that's quite something different from sending out one email. So you need technology, and that's also, technology has always been the driver of the evolution in retail. Without the elevator and the escalator, you would never have department stores, because you wouldn't get to the second, third, or 15th floor. So technology has always been the driver of these development, and that's the same that we see with data, with IoT, with machine learning, and with artificial intelligence, that it enables us to have these individual conversations real time on all devices, based on all the knowledge and all the data you have of customers. So it's the technology that enables that. And that's where most companies find it hard to make that transition from a transaction-based model or margin-based model to a relation-based model. And if you look at that from a customer journey perspective, you only have the first, the initial journey, you only have once. The repeat and returning customer journeys, you have, well, if you're doing well, you have a lot of returning customer journeys. And in each journey, you learn new things about the customer. You take it from that respect, then all the data contributes to the profile and to your understanding of that customer's behavior.
Yes, actually, it sounds very complementary to what we have known already with the CRM and our marketing automation and all these other digital tools. How would you explain the role that voice plays in this new customer journey, and how vocal voice interactions are new to this journey, and how businesses can leverage it finally?
Well, that's easily explainable with a simple example. If I wanted to find white sneakers in size 44, European size 44, then it probably takes me about 5 to 6, 7 clicks on a website to get to that. If I ask the website, I'm looking for white sneakers, and that website knows me and says, oh yeah, then you're probably looking for size 44 if you're looking for yourself, and this is what we have in stock. But for companies, that would mean that they need to have to develop the intelligence to understand what I mean when I say I'm looking for white sneakers, or any other way I can express white sneakers in any kind of language. I would say that, any kind of slang I would use, or any kind of accent I would do. So it requires that they can understand what I'm saying, but also can interpret what I mean. And if I'm looking for sneakers, for white sneakers, well, it is only relevant what they have in stock in what fits my needs. I don't need female sneakers. I don't need children's sneakers for myself. So it is the combination of understanding what people say and interpret what their intent is, and then respond on that based on all the knowledge that you have. That's way more difficult than targeting an email based on previous purchases. That's what traditional CRM is based. That's in data stored in silos, and probably on a lot of places, and if you're lucky in one central place. But these conversations, these voice conversations, will happen in all different channels and are unstructured and require far more data drivenness and data intelligence than CRM ever did.
Yes, very interesting. So basically, we are talking here about voice search, and the key metric is time. It just goes much faster and with less friction for the end user, for the customer, who can, in less than one click, in one word, basically, get the information he needs, right?
Yes, and it's not only that. It is also that conversations tend to be, if it are human conversation, they tend to be non-linear. You see now the developments in voice are going that it is not just filling out a form and just a question response based process well, I have to check these boxes in this conversation in order to present you those white sneakers. But suddenly that voice assistant also says, well, hey, would you like the same one as you bought last time, or are you still satisfied with them? And it has to be very fluent. It has to become very fluent conversations, and that's the real challenge. But technology is enabling that.
Yes, technology enables that. Voice is probably the top of the iceberg, but we don't see all these silos to be broken inside the businesses, inside the companies, to use the whole data that is available and to leverage it at the most. Yes. Looks like voice is a highway to the ultimate personalization, combined with other channels, media, and data. What's the final word for you? What's the best advice to give to companies who want to use voice in their interaction with customers?
Well, the basic underlying, what we see in all our experience, and we host an expert group on this in the Netherlands, and we do this with many clients. And what you see is that that this really requires a change in organizations. Just like you mentioned, they have to cooperate. Organizations have to transform from silo-based into customer-oriented and data-drivenness, and adopting a strategy in which you give voice a place helps you to speed up those developments. And that's really about organizational change.
Digital transformation and the voice is the accelerator. Thank you very much, Arjen.